Hello pretty crafty fans! Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to show you how to make this beautiful Merida dress. If you want to learn how, keep on watching! As you can see, I already pre-cut the front and back bodices. I used the same pattern for the Elena of Avalor dress. My girls are pretty much the same size. Abby is just a little bit taller. So this pattern will still work. Now I am going to sew the side seams and the shoulder seams. Be sure that the right sides of the fabric are facing each other. Now it's time to cut out the skirt portion of the dress. I also cut out the sleeves. I have a tutorial for this. I'm just going to have it linked in the description box below so you can go ahead and check it out. I'm going to add this gold detail on the sleeves. I'm just going to use this fabric glue. This is actually the first time I use a fabric glue. It says it dries in 5 minutes, but really I had to let it dry for a couple of hours just to make sure that the trim doesn't move around. After 2 hours, it's completely dry, so I'm just going to sew the side seams. And you are going to repeat the same process to the other sleeve. Now it's time to work on the bodice and the skirt of the dress. As you can see, the skirt doesn't match the bodice, so I'm gonna have to take in the sides, or you can also gather it. Merida's dress doesn't have gathers, so I'm just gonna have to trim the sides of the dress, just like this. And then I'm going to cut out the excess fabric. I'm just going to fold the skirt like this so I will have a matching sides, and I'm just going to trim it off as well. And then I'm going to sew the sides and I'm going to blend it to the original side seams. Now it's time to sew the skirt and the bodice together. So I'm going to place the bodice inside the skirt, right sides are facing each other, and then I will match the side seams and then sew it all the way around. And it should look like this. Now it's time to add the sleeves. First, I'm going to put it inside the armhole. Right sides are facing each other. Then I will match the underarm seams and the side seams. Pin it all the way around. And sew it all the way around as well. And you are going to repeat the same process to the other sleeve. I decided to add this golden trim on the bottom of the dress. I'm going to seam rip the side of the dress about 5 inches long so I can put the trim in and hide the raw edges later on. And then I'm going to place the trim, and I'm leaving about 1 inch hemline so I can finish it later on. Now I'm going to sew the trim just on the top. And then trim off the excess trim, and then I will sew the side seam just like this. And then at the last minute, I decided to add this gold trim on the neckline. I'm just going to seam rip the shoulder seam about 1 inch wide. I'm going to do it on both sides of the shoulder seams. I pin the trim right at the center and I'm just going to glue it. By the way, I am just gluing the trim on the front neckline. The reason why I'm only doing it on the front because if I do it on the back, the dress will not be able to stretch and it will be impossible to put on. And I'm just going to let it dry for a few hours. And I'm going to sew the shoulder seams again. Now all I have to do is finish the hemline, the sleeve hems, and the neckline. And the dress is done. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share it. It will just help me spread out the word about my channel. See you in my next video. Bye!